Welcome back to CryptosRus. I am George. We're all George. So today is looking good, and we have some urgent breaking developments to talk about, including something totally out of left field. Well, is it? Not really. But the strategic reserve that we've been talking about for Bitcoin, it may not just be for Bitcoin. Now, we've been talking about this since November for a couple months now, how America-based crypto projects, they're going to be hot this year, okay, because of all the regulations, especially with, you got Gensler out, and then you got a new pro commissioner coming in, Paul Atkins, and you got many other pro crypto people coming in. But not only that, we've been talking about the strategic reserve of Bitcoin for quite some time. Now, it seems like there may be more in that reserve. So supposedly, out of the New York Post, a lot of other American-based crypto projects are considered, which includes the likes of Ripple and even Solana. And I'm sure Hedera's in there, and Algorand, and many others. So this would change the game, right? Right now, yes, a lot of people, everyone is thrilled and looking forward to this Bitcoin strategic reserve. But imagine if it's not just Bitcoin. The U.S. government starts buying XRP or Algorand or Cardano or Solana. You could throw Sui in there. Sui is US based too. Avalanche, Chainlink, these are all US based crypto projects. This would be absolutely massive. This may be the reason why Donald Trump is throwing a crypto ball dinner. I think that's tomorrow. In fact, it's very expensive to get in. And a lot of major crypto heads will be there. And that may be the reason why they're all trying to get him to throw their project coins into the reserve. I mean, this is huge. Absolutely huge. I mean, this is not unexpected either. Like, for example, I've been talking a lot about China and how one day they're going to open up crypto trading in mainland. And it would not surprise me they'd do the same thing, that they would cater to more of the Chinese-based crypto projects there for their citizens to load up on. Makes sense, right? But yeah, of course, you're not restricted. You could buy everything else. But I mean, these are the ones, obviously, that's been making the most moves, especially something like XRP, which has been just going and going and going and going. Just days ago, it was like 220. And then it went up to the 230s. Well, no, it dropped to 220 here. I mean, just like a week ago. And then it just kept going, right? And even before that, it kept going too. So this is pretty big news. Don't know if it's going to happen or when it's going to happen, but I think it makes a whole lot of sense. And at least the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve, that bill has been working for quite some time. So as soon as day one comes, inauguration comes, we could see that. We can see that get going very quickly. Now, in addition to Trump making a crypto reserve, well, his son, Eric Trump, also reveals his holdings. And he holds a lot of what you guys hold and what I hold. Bitcoin, ETH, although I don't hold ETH anymore. Solana, Sui, right? Again, a lot of the major crypto and American-based crypto projects, right? So this will be a new theme going forward. Even though some of these projects don't have a lot going on, but this is big. Just to be in the new realm, I guess, in the new administration and this new America First, theme, they could be carried very, very, very far. Very far indeed. Now, besides this breaking news, what else is there? Well, I've been talking about don't fall for a FUD because you're going to end up buying back higher, right? That's exactly what happened in Wall Street, and I said so. We had 4 straight days of outflow, and guess what? Yesterday was a massive 755 million inflow, which almost made up for the entire 4 days of outflow, right? Wall Street does it all the time. They're very reactionary. They dump based on FUD and they FOMO whenever there's good news. But if you want to be smarter than that, just continue to hold on DCA. That's it. Don't be one of these guys that's always trying to, time it or fall for FUD and panic dump. You're just going to end up buying back at a higher price. And all these people that sold, they bought back at a higher price. And today we'll probably see inflow again too, right? So it's really that simple. As for this year, I already mentioned so many things, but hey, here's the latest Bitcoin prediction for this year. You got a lot of major people, companies, exchanges making a whole lot of predictions. 150 is actually the most conservative. And we could go all the way up to $300, $400 million this year. I mean, hey, with all the FOMO and everything that's been happening, it would not surprise me. It really would not surprise me. 132,000 Bitcoin addresses pop off in January, the biggest jump since when Bitcoin hit 108. So even though Bitcoin's price is not back to its previous high, even though, quite honestly, it's not that far off, the fundamentals of Bitcoin continues to grow stronger. I've even said this when Bitcoin was at 60,000, 40,000. You can't measure fundamentals based on price because sometimes the price trails and because there's fear or manipulation or whatever. But if you're looking at, for example, the hash rate, the active addresses, right? They're all looking pretty darn good. So I'm looking forward to the next leg up. If you're a chartist, you're looking at something like this, which is looking pretty darn good. And then what comes after that is this. We mimic a lot of, right now our current pattern mimics a lot of previous patterns, including what happened last January, okay? And if you look at past cycles, right around January, mid-January, especially after inauguration, that's when things really start going and getting nutty. But even outside the previous cycles, you just look at last year, the same thing happened. We topped out around 49,000, and then we went down to 39,000. That's a big freaking drop, right? From the end of the year to about where we are now in January. And then guess what happened? We went from 38,000 and we kept going to 74,000 in March. And it looks like we just didn't stop. We just kept going and going and going and going. Are we going to see something like that happen again? Well, it's possible. It's definitely possible, right?